Hello and welcome to Home. I've never played this game before, but it's supposed to be pretty good, and it's a horror adventure, so maybe you'll get some good little jump scares in. So all I remembered at that point was finding myself alone. Why can't I go down? There we go. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. Very pixelated so far. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. I totally read that wrong and read it as flashlight, and I was like, dude, too much information. Why can't... Okay. I believe it has Xbox controller support, so I'm just gonna use that. There we go. That's a lot better. So, yeah, no idea what to expect from this game. Never played it before. But again, I've heard good things from people who have played it. Never seen anything, though. So that house, where was I? Oh, that's a body. So, yeah, I mean, I just said that there was a body. I don't know who it is. You're the guy that's doing the stuff with the flashlight. Why can't I? There we go. Is he gonna jump up at me, or? Oh! Shit! That was just a cat. The cat scared me, and then I started looking at this condom on a stick, and I got confused. Can I push this? Oh, very weird controls. Like I had to press diagonally to walk. Let's go down these stairs. That's weird looking. So I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg? I wondered. All I can really recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. I don't know who Rachel is, but I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. So it looks like it is 12:15 here, which is good, I suppose. So the shelf is full of books on local history and hunting. Seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. I guess that's good, so if we do encounter that fellow, I mean, he'll be able to help us. Still 12:15. Let's do our homework at this desk. An old dining... I guess that's a dining table. There's no dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach. What is this? So, it's a photo of a man and his wife. So, yeah, I'll take it. I hope I don't get murdered for stealing this guy's photo of his family, but he slips it into his pocket. Why doesn't it let me go down? I don't understand that. I had to press the keyboard to go down. It has like partial keyboard support, and then the rest of it is controller support. It's very weird. I don't know why it's like that. Let's go to the left here, I guess, though. I could go downstairs some more. What is that? It's really hard to tell what things are just because, like, it's so pixelated, and because I'm playing this at a pretty high resolution for the game, I guess. A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. It looked let's free it. Good guy mouse. Feed the cat. But yeah, I'm not even sure what resolution this is. I think it looks like 800 by 600, but I'm really not sure. A shovel and a hoe. So, am I gonna get to take them? Or, I guess not. There's 2 people looking right, so I'm not really sure. Has Ben moved a lot? I mean, yeah, why not? I heard a faraway click somewhere. Probably back to the right here, I guess? I don't know. Am I going to get grabbed by the ghoulies if I come over here? That was a game. So that's back where I came from. Okay, so I do want to go down. Let's go back upstairs because I didn't go all the way to the left, I don't think. Or maybe not. Maybe I did, actually. Looked like I could go in there, but I guess not. Or interact with that window, I mean. The desk had a computer and some papers on it, in a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but, well, I'm a human being. Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo. Looked like a store of some kind. Why did this look so familiar? I don't know. You're the guy who... Ooh, what? Not sure if this blood or if someone just got really pissed while playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive and threw their coffee across the room. I guess it's blood. Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized that there was blood on my shoes and pants. Apologies, I had to turn off Steam notifications because I'm a total scumlord and didn't when I started recording. Oh man, I had to get out of there. Oh, out of where? Alrighty. I guess I'm supposed to be looking up. Like, I haven't even been doing that. But, there's not really anything else this way. So let's go back downstairs. That drip kind of worried me a little bit. Alright, now let's go down some more stairs and work our calf muscles out. Can I look at this mirror? I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn. And there was mud caked all over my shoes. Is it mud or is it blood? The bathroom was spotless. Everything had been wiped to a sheen. I wondered if it was the man's wife who did the cleaning for him. Maybe? Are you the man? Am I the man? There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. This is real annoying having to press the keyboard. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. Alright. That's a weird looking toilet, man. It looks like a wine glass with squares on it. I don't know where I was going with that. Was I going to the left? Oh, the front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. So I assume this must be the front door then? Okay. That's back where we came. More... Okay. More lamps with condoms on them. Obviously I can't get in here, so I'm gonna do it anyways. The door was taped up and seemed to be stuck, but the smell, I guessed it, led to the kitchen. Oh, I mean, maybe they just want you to be surprised with the dinner that they prepared for you, dude. There's a cage here. What is that? Looks like some kind of trap door. The box looked heavy, but there was marks on the floor. It had been obviously moved before. Maybe I had found a way out. I must have moved it, right? I heaved the box forward, and it finally gave. Alrighty, so let's go downstairs. There was a ladder going underground where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage. Did I climb down the ladder? I mean, I really don't have much of a choice. I mean, I feel like this is a pretty linear game so far. I looked again at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture. I wondered where the wife was. My leg was in a terrible shape, but I had to get out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up this man's voice for this entire Let's Play, because I plan on playing this in one sitting. I hear it's pretty short, only like an hour or hour and a half. Footprints in the dirt. I looked like more... What? Footprints in the dirt. Looked like more than one kind. And a lot of traffic. That was hard to read for some reason. Places all over were marked on the map of town. The industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station. I guess it's good to know. Seems like a crazy person kind of lives down here. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in town over the last 5 years. Wait. There were photos of the house! What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more. Tried to find some kind of information. I mean... Okay. Some kind of table? A work table, covered in papers, dirt, and handgun. I hated guns. I didn't take it, did I? I mean, yeah, you did. I tucked the small handgun into my pocket. Its weight was somehow reassuring. Why is my controller vibrating? I mean, maybe this guy's a gun nut. Maybe he gets aroused by guns. Another ladder. Let's go back. Let's go down even more. It was dark down here, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? Another desk. The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded paper covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out and illegible. Notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few of the letters. None of it made any sense to me. What is this? Is this a skeleton? There looked to be bones half dug into the ground, and the remains looked old. The faded clothes that stuck up amongst the dirt looked familiar. They looked like the clothes that the woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife? It seems like this was a pretty kinky place. I mean, they have like hand straps there. Maybe they were in. Oh, I was like, what? Why is this growing? Is it gonna grab me? But yeah, there's hand straps here. I'm not really. Oh. Anyways, there's like, I don't know. I'm scared of what this is. I didn't mean to press A. Alright, let's go back through here. And I guess we probably have to go back up the ladder? Or no, let's go to the right. All the way to the right. It looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something coating the bottom of it. Something wet. Sorry. Had poop. No, wait, I don't... Go back up there, guy. I thought that was like a bed. Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some sort, I think it said. What is this? Some kind of homemade rack, slung together with poorly cut wood and rope. It was caked with old blood. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they? I don't know. Let's go down the ladder now. We have looked at everything. What is this? Some kind of old boxes. They looked like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had clothes in them. Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? Well, I mean, maybe you gave them to Goodwill and you just forgot. Is that a bat or a rat? I just realized my mouse cursor's on the screen, so if you can see it, I apologize. Oh no, that was scary. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Can I, like... I guess I can. Alrighty. Keep going. What? Is that a whip? There was a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Do I take it? I mean, obviously. Excuse me. Maybe the rope would make that broken ladder easier to descend. Look at this. Reminds me of The Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe. If you're not familiar... Is that an eyeball? If you're not familiar with that short story, I think that's an eyeball. Essentially, a guy thinks he kills a cat, goes batshit insane, murders his wife, puts her inside of a wall, and then the police come and he gets found out because the cat is inside the wall with his dead wife, and it's meowing, so they break down the wall and find her body. The rope I found would have let me climb down. Yeah, I'm gonna make the climb down. That looks like a snake. Could hear a faint hum, and the smell from before started to get worse. I go... Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Controller was vibrating again, if that matters to anybody. I don't know if that means something's about to happen or what, but let's look at this map. A bunch of old newspapers, wheat pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out. Danger due to cave in. Okay. Okay, you're hearing some creepy music, so I feel like something's about to happen. This is a door that looks different than any other door we've seen before. I could still feel a faint impression of the rope I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache in my leg was bad enough as it was. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place? At least I thought I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been used already. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed a familiar weight there. I feel like this guy's gonna be the guy that killed everybody in this house. An exposed ventilation shaft, and maybe someone crawled through there, but it was so high up that must have been a sore landing. Yeah, I imagine so, unless you have strong knees. That's not really that high up, although I don't really have a sense of scale in the game, but I mean, he's pretty dang tall in relation to that. There was dirt on the ground, it looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. Alright, I guess that's relevant. So there's an arrow pointing to the right here. I guess we'll go right. I could hear a faint trickling sound like water. What was that? I mean, either blood or water. So there's an exit here. A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Yeah, let's take the knife. I slipped the knife into my boot since I had the gun in my pocket. Did I really need all this? Probably, unless you're the guy that did the killing with the gun and the knife. I feel like maybe we're gonna get arrested by police for having a bloody knife and a bloody handgun, so I don't know. Not really sure how this game ends. There was a rusty ladder sunk into the water, which smelled disgusting. I knew that I couldn't climb down that. Maybe I could find a way to drain the putrid, disgusting, smelly, stanky, stanko, McStankington. I guess that's probably gonna be to the right, if I had to guess, through this other door. There's a lot of doors in this game. Maybe this was a drug smuggling complex back in the day, and that's why there's so many tunnels. The door was locked. There was a nasty smell inside. Sorry about that. I feel like this one's gonna be locked too. Nope. Alright, so that seems like... I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked. It seems like I'm gonna be able to turn this valve, and that's gonna help drain the water. Yeah, you can... Let's turn it. Can I do this now? I can see handprints from... Wait. Okay. So... That still doesn't help me. I'm not sure if that completely drained it. No, it seems like 2 is here. The second valve. Let's go all the way to the right here. 3... Well, it seems like there's a lot of valves. I thought I could turn this water valve to shut off its flow. Did I turn it? Yeah, may as well. Someone's gonna be very, very upset about not having a shower in the morning because I turned off all the water, but... I mean, not my problem, right? Yeah, I turned it. May as well turn this one as well. And then I can head back to where that little lake was. Alrighty. I feel like this should be Door Simulator 2013 or 2012, whenever this game came out. I'm really not all that sure, but you know, we'll make do. Exit. All right. Still can't climb down this ladder, huh? Interesting. Maybe I think there's a ladder back this way. Maybe I have to go back up there. Alrighty. This game's kind of interesting so far. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I feel like this is... So this is filthy garbage bags, most of the bags. What looks like an old videotape was sticking out. Yeah, sure. So I gotta find a VCR, I guess? Oops. I keep pressing A on accident. So maybe I have to find I guess I have to find a VHS player somewhere. Would that be somewhere back upstairs, or... Okay. So I guess I have to keep going. Let's see here. I thought I turned off all the water, but maybe not. I mean, I didn't see any other valves, so... I guess I didn't look up. Maybe I have to look up. You know what? Maybe I have to go back to that regulator thing. Now that all the water valves are on. Oh, forgot that door is locked. I think it was this one, right? Through the dust I could see handprints. No. Let's see. Looked like I turned off the water flow in this valve. Yeah, that's probably true. Did I miss one or something? Oops. Okay, I guess I pressed A too fast right there. My apologies. So let's see. I thought I could turn this water valve to shut off its flow. Yeah, I thought I already did that. Let's go back to the exit now. Maybe I guess maybe I missed that one. I don't know. Let's see. No, still big old puddle there. Maybe I had to turn them off in a certain order. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Let's see if this one's still turned off. I apologize for being this. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. Looked like I turned off. Okay, stop pressing the button, Jake, you idiot. Alrighty. So I thought I could turn this water valve. I thought I said yes like 100 times. The valve is still active. Did I turn it? Okay, there we go. Okay, maybe I had to turn it more than once. Let's just check the other 2 valves, just to be sure. The valve was still active. Yes. Okay. So I'm probably gonna have to turn this one 4 times then. Okay, yeah, I guess not. So, stupid me didn't use sound cue of water still flowing, and I didn't turn off the valves completely. Scumbag me, wasting time like a total scumlord. Okay, I just want to make sure that door is still locked. Who knows, maybe turning the valves made somebody be like, hey, WTF, mate, and unlock the door to walk his dinosaur. That's much better right there, no water. Guess I can't. Looks like the water is drained out from the grate in the wall. There was a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of rancid. I mean... How is a metal key floating? I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't understand how metal floats, so I guess maybe some metal can float. There's metal canoes and stuff. Okay. This is real annoying having to press this thing. The safety poster had definitely been seen better days. How old was that facility? I don't know. You're the expert guy. Guy man bro. Alrighty. I feel like I've already come this way, but you know. Let's see what's in here. A video camera. There's a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what happened. Maybe the VHS tape I found could be useful. Some more blood and what is this? I found another dead body. A sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face and body, I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There was a keyring sticking out of the man's pocket. Did I take it? Yeah. I thought about the knife I had found with some disgust as I carefully picked up the keys from the pocket. I was almost worried he was going to grab me. Well, is he going to grab you or... No, I guess not. So I feel like these keys can unlock the door from back there. Or from... Yeah, like the door that was locked before, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. There was a hint of fresh air here. I must have been near the exit. But I wondered, what did the key I found on the sewer worker do? And what was the videotape I found? This must have been the other end of that ventilation shaft. Whoever used it could have gotten past that flooded room within this. Okay. So maybe we're near. I made my way up the ladder the best I could on my leg. Oh wow. Would I really need that gun or that knife before the end? I wondered what was on the VHS tape I found or in the locked room. My head was buzzing with questions and tired thoughts as I ascended the ladder. Suddenly, as I lifted the heavy lid above me, I could smell fresh, old pine trees. Oh. Okay, so we made it out of the tunnels. I kind of wish I had gone back to check that room, but no worries. Hopefully there's no bears out here. It's a caged-in area, so I guess maybe not. That was a terrifying door noise. There's another ladder up here. I don't think I can get it. An old ladder leading up to an ancient water tower. The ladder needed to be extended so I could climb it. I don't really have any other options, so yeah, let's do it. Unless there's a door over here. I guess there is. May as well climb the ladder here, though. While it's in front of us. Are those bats? I guess. I don't know. Alright. There's bloody fingerprints everywhere. In a patch of smeared dirt and grass, there was a beat-up old wallet. I'll take it. I slid the filthy wallet into my back pocket. I noticed it didn't contain any kind of gun permit. Well, alrighty. Well, now I got a wallet, a gun, and a knife. And some keys. So that's good, I suppose. I'm not really sure. Oh, there's eyeballs in the background there. So far, this game isn't really that creepy, but I guess I'm not that far into it necessarily. Is that just another cat? Let's go through here first. Seems like it's locked. I tried the little key I had found, or had fished out of the murky puddle in the sewers. It fit, and I heaved open the door. The wind was picking up a bit. The night air had become chilly. Let's go to the right first. Okay, nothing there. Wonder what's gonna be through here. I don't know. Is this back to the house, or... Seems like it's... the time is like 11:05. Roughly. The old train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of the increasing wind buffeting the decrepit structure. R2-D2, is that you? Nah. I thought it was just R2-D2 in his after years for a second. Let us see. Some more chairs. A ticketing window. That's potentially useful. The ancient ticket booth was falling apart and covered in dust and grime. Stacks of paper lined the counter, faded remains of old schedules and reports. Among the papers were newer-looking sheets, covered in scribbles and illegible notes. Come to think of it, the man in that house had kept similar scribbles hidden on his bookshelves. And he had notes on the water tower outside, too. Oh, I just punched my mic. I apologize. Hold on. Okay, that was my bad. I guess he could have been coming here, but why? What was he using this old train station for? What if you're the man, and what if I'm the bear, and what if... What if? Just started to hear some more rumbling sounds. Not really sure what they were. Hopefully I don't get murdered here in 2 seconds. This looks like some kind of big map. An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was the train routes connected to that old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found in those tunnels has similar locations marked, and the notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower and even this train yard. What was he doing? Coming back here? I hope not. It's not a very good day to die. Alrighty. Looks like we are... Okay, I guess we're on the other side here. Here's a train, though. The old train was ripped open and hanging from a shred of metal. As well as the broken fence was a dark stained patch of cloth. It looked synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside the train shell, I could see a few faint impacts, like wounds. Could they have been bullet marks? Was somebody shot there? The ground was very well worn, though I couldn't really make anything out. I realized I was touching the gun I had found, as I thought. What was that clicking sound? Okay. Kind of weary to go back in here now. Maybe the clicking sound was just some ambient noises, though. You never know. I guess nothing else to really see here, so let's go back outside and continue to the left. Or back through here, I guess. And then go to the left. Alright. This must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on the map I had seen. Whoever was poking around in those tunnels underneath that man's house had scribbled notes on this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here, the sign pointed out various campsites and the walking paths within the woods. It mentioned a river, and maybe a washroom, but the rest was too faded to see clearly. This seems like a good place to go squatching, I'm not gonna lie. What is this, a hole? Oh, I guess... What? Oh, okay, I guess I climbed through, like, some bushes? I don't really know. I'm kind of weary to pick these mushrooms here. I assume they're mushrooms, because I don't have the proper wilderness training, so I guess, you know, trampled into the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some kind. I brushed it off, and was surprised to see it was my credit card. I wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Yeah, I may as well take it. You never know when you're gonna get a hot dog vendor that takes credit cards in the middle of the woods. I mean, it's happened. It's been known to happen. So, I guess I'll keep... Uh-oh. Okay, so I have to find my way around. Maybe through this hole? I don't know. Let's find out. There's a lot of holes here. Why did my controller just vibrate? What is all this? This is like a tent? The cheap dome tent slept 2 people. I shone my flashlight inside it and I could see some bedrolls, 2 backpacks, and a cooler. Uh-oh. 2 folding camping chairs were on the ground, and 1 was knocked over. There was a couple of cans of beer spilled on the ground. There was a fire pit there. It was still a bit warm, and a few embers still burned at the bottom. Whoever was here left this place in a hurry, but why? I don't know. Is this the way I came from? No. Okay. So no, don't look, I think that says? I can't tell. I guess we'll go in here, though. I probably should have kept some kind of system in my head as to which holes I came out of and went into, but hindsight's 20/20, right? So that looks like a bathroom stall or something. The grimy sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. Okay, I guess that's relevant. A musty wooden plank propped up the stall door. It didn't really seem useful. Did I bother taking it? Yeah, I guess. I wasn't sure why, but I took the plank. You never know when you're gonna need a plank, dude. You never know. Just ask that guy. Just ask Jimmy from Ed, Edd, and Eddy. He'll tell you how useful planks can be. So I think I came out of this hole. Let's go in this one. Okay, the sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. Okay. I had finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Cue creepy-ass door. Finding that campsite had been strangely unsettling. I couldn't imagine why anyone would abandon their site in the middle of the night. Especially in that dark forest. I was relieved, at least, to finally be out of there. Even now, as I peered through the dense trees, I could see cracks of light and a bit of the land beyond. I must have been getting closer to the town. But where exactly was I? How fucked up would it be if he was in Silent Hill? And, like, this was a prequel to Silent Hill. At least we're on some kind of road here. There's like, guards here, so you don't drive off the road and murder yourself. So that's good. At least we're near some civilization that isn't, like, completely creepy. As I stepped through the gates, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. I hope it was just the wind. I mean... must be the auto... Is that door just locked? I don't know. I guess I'll open this locker. Hopefully there's no one hiding in it. One of the lockers hung open, its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. The door was locked shut, and there was a little electronic box underneath the handle. A sign was pasted in the front that said, "Closed for repairs." Okay. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected in the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. Alright. Door is locked, so we probably gotta turn on the power somehow? I'm guessing, hoping, somewhere up here. Every part of the plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed an old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellowed clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Classic Norman. A power panel. It looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Hell yeah. Dirty work clothes from an old boots. There is a photo. I guess I'm gonna take... Oh, I guess not. Someone was upset. Okay. Good news. We got some power panels working. There was a rusty-looking card slot on the side. So I probably have to find a card. Probably my card somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so that power panel works. So we gotta make sure it's green before we do anything. Break table, layer of dust and grime only made seeing this thing more. So we have to turn on 3 more power panels? Probably 1 in here, at least. Some boxes. That's a big box. My head ached, and I recalled the last time Norman, Rachel, and I all had lunch together. Rachel seemed so much more at ease when we all hung out. Well, what was wrong with Rachel? Another panel that I hoped could get me into the power back on? That worked? Yep. So that's 3 of 5. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Hell yeah. Gonna go all old boy on this here game. I don't know why I just went southern. Like, I don't know what that was. Maybe I'm in the south. The locker was a complete mess hidden. Yeah, I take the card. I believe that room was below us. All the way to the left. Another panel that I hope could help. Yeah, I'm gonna push it. Gotta push it one more time. No. Uh-oh. Okay, so maybe I have to push this one. There we go. So I believe that's all 5 of them, and then I have to go back down and go into that room with the card. was on. I think it was... was it through here? Oh, I haven't seen this yet. So you remove the boards, and I guess we're gonna go into this room now. Seems like a good place to get murdered. The floor was littered with old liquor bottles. I wondered if that man in the house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol problems. And then this locker. This was my old locker. There in the facility, the stank of booze. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. Okay, so not really much over here. A little bit more into the story, I guess, but I believe this is the way I came from. Yeah, and there's not anything over here. I could have sworn that that door that was locked was over here somewhere. Maybe I'm mistaken. I guess I'm mistaken. Must be down the flight of stairs a little bit, and then to the left. Okay. This guy's getting a pretty steady workout, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so let's go down the stairs, and then I believe it was all the way to the left here. No, maybe not. There's that one. A locker. That one. Was there a door here? Yeah. The key card I found seemed like it would pass through the reader. Did I use the key card? Yes, I did, my friend. Okay, so there's some kind of, like, trapdoor here. There was some kind of ventilation hatch here. It looked like I could jump down into the room below. My leg hurt enough as it is, but I couldn't see another option. Yeah, sure. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. What did I land on? Some buckets? There's a crumpled up letter on the floor. It had been scratched out heavily, and it was something. I guess. Most of the letter was violently scratched out, and with what looked like to be a ballpoint pen. Need to. Drinking. Need. Norman. Who was Norman writing to? Me. He's writing to me. I don't even know this guy's name. He never introduced himself. That room at the top of the plant, the ones with all the bottles, it was really getting to me. Maybe I was just distracted. Who went up there and used that room? As I exited the factory, I didn't recognize where I was going. My head ached terribly and my leg was a mess. Alrighty, we're back on the road, so that's a good thing, right? Probably should have climbed through that fence, but 60, so maybe you go 60 on this road, or I guess I'll climb through this fence. Can't go right. I'm just kind of like scoping out the land here. Is this back into the factory? No. It's behind like a Denny's or something, I don't know. I can see a city's skyline. The garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotten food and slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked damaged. Did I take it back? Yes. I took the card into my wallet next to my credit card. Okay. So, oh. I guess that adds to the atmosphere, the rain. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet, except for a faint sound of a television. Norman, I'm home. Do you want to grab a beer? I don't think Norman's home. I hope he is, though. I'm scared. I'm really not that scared. What the hell? One of Rachel's old autumn coats. Oh, she's cheating on you, bro. Dude, that's the horror of this game. It's real life. Okay. One of the slots in the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the slot. Uh-oh. No. I feel like I'm gonna need the gun, so I'm not gonna put it back. But I feel like, dude, your girl Rachel's cheating on you, buddy. Sorry to say. Sorry to say. What is this? What was this? It looked like a pole chain hanging from the ceiling. I wonder where it led. Yeah, dude, let's go to the attic. I mean, not to get creepy or anything. Here's a TV. Indecipherable channel. Alrighty. Oh god, Norman! I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker, and one of my few friends I had in this town, lay dead. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. His eyes were wide with shock, though they were already drying. Norman, what was Rachel doing here? Why did you have her coat? Norman, maybe you deserved better. You probably died. Or did. Did I close his eyes? Yes. I closed his eyelids down, shuddering as I did so. I wasn't sure if wanted to give him peace. Or if I think they're missing an eye there, so that's cool. Or if I just couldn't stand to think anymore about what was going on. Okay, apologies. I had to take a nice little sippy of water. I was my voice was getting a little rough, a little raspy. Rasputin. Got some shovels on the wall here. I assume those are probably keys, actually, but I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. Looks like I said he kept it clean or messy or something. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I guess, I mean, you already dug through a garbage dumpster, so. Oh man, not a hairpin. I'm gonna use that to pick a lock, I bet. So now all we have left to do is go up into the attic so we can reenact that movie that came out, Sinister, I believe it was called, where the guy goes into the attic and finds like a bunch of snuff films of people that used to live in his house. That movie was actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Why can't I, like, go? Why can't I go up? Go. There we go. That was weird. Wouldn't let me go up for some reason. Nothing here. That guy is into more kinky stuff. There's some more of those wrist straps. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Sure. So, he saw more of Rachel's things, more of my wife's clothes. Maybe Norman was Rachel's dad, and, you know, she just didn't tell you. Or maybe she was just cheating on you, I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I guess we had to leave his house now? This is just where the guns were, right? Yeah. Rachel's jacket. A little hussy. I'm sorry, Rachel. I didn't mean to call you a hussy. I don't even know you. I mean, Ginger John here does, but... Okay, so we just picked the lock. Totally called it! The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things. Postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. Like, getting it on with Norman. May as well... Oh, I thought I was going to say a fat stack of bills. I was like, yeah, buddy. That'd be a good place to keep a body, that little cooler. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. What? Okay, I didn't get to read that. This game is kind of a little bit buggy at times, so I'm not gonna lie. That night continued to take a horrible turn after a horrible turn. It had been weeks since I had last seen Norman, but to find him like that, I thought of him still lying on the floor back there. The gun I carried seemed ever present. Seeing that dusty box of those old clothes was shock. How long had they been there? And what was Rachel doing at Norman's place? I felt like I had only discovered more questions no answered, but I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. Rachel! Rachel! I'm coming for you. You cheating hussy. So this game apparently has multiple endings, so... I mean... I guess, I don't know what ending we're gonna get, but hopefully it's a good one. So that gate's locked. Uh-oh, this is the right gate, I think. Are we home? Honey? Am I home? Why does everybody have, like, old CRT bunny ear TVs outside their house? Okay. The neighborhood's local post box, a letter was sticking out as if someone had pushed it in the way in. I knew it wasn't right. Yeah, let's look at the letter. We're nosy. The envelope was addressed to Norman, but there was no return address. Now, the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the back page. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did? Well, it was wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with. but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him, Norman, so you don't think you can hold that against me. Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Rachel, don't do this. Baby. Baby, don't do this to me. I need you in my life, baby. I mean, Norman of all people, Norman had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Rachel, are you here? I got a gun. Don't make me use it. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. There's blood all over the place here. Or tomato sauce. Maybe she was making like pasta sauce. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. I guess I forgot to turn on the power back in the power plant, but you know. Things happen. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? I mean, if you live here, it's probably many times before. I don't know, man. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. My apologies. What are these? There's a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. I mean, I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. Dude, how long were you away? You gotta pay your bills, dog. Diggity dog. That was the door that's locked, so let's go upstairs. Who's she gonna be sleeping with? Clearly not Norman, because that guy's dead. Clearly not me, because I'm right here. What is this? I had found the last missing piece of my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me. Reminded me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Yeah, sure. I placed the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why hadn't I thrown it away? Our television I had purchased before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards. But by then, it was too late. You know, things happen, dude. Looks like a nice TV, so I guess that's good. You and Rachel can cuddle on the couch and watch some TV. Do you see it? Does he have chest hair poking out of his shirt there? Is that what that is? That orange spot underneath his face? I mean, it doesn't bother me if you do, because, you know, I'm a hairy guy. But, damn, dude, you ain't getting any ladies like that. I wonder why Rachel cheated on you. Uh-oh. So, someone got upset. Let's go through here. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't gotten around to fix it yet. Dude, you're not making a good case for yourself here. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Back in my old house, before I moved, I had one of those. It was pretty cool, I guess. I guess I'm not really a bath aficionado, so it didn't really make any difference to me. It's just a place to take a shower, but it was nice, I suppose. This is a computer. My laptop had been left on, and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen, there was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top of the drawer on my desk. Yeah. So, I'm not sure which door this key goes to, so I guess we'll have to find out. I believe there's a couple locked doors down here. That door we just came from... Did we go to the left? I don't think so. Maybe we did. Nope. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man in that house had some of the same books as I did. Dun dun dun. Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was inside. Rachel's suitcase contained clothes, toiletries, and the train ticket. Is this what you were going to do with Norman? They're gonna run away together, bro. I'm sorry. I know your heart's broken, but it's okay, buddy. There's other fish in the sea. Other antelopes in the trees. Antelopes don't go in trees. Little knowledge there for those of you who didn't know. Antelopes are they're not tree dwelling animals. So yeah. I believe I went left already, and yeah, I did. That's the TV. Wait. Okay, for some reason I thought there was another door over here. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a big stupid butthole. That's right, I said it. I know you are. We're all thinking it. Was this the locked door? Yep. Let's go down to the basement and get fucking murdered. Let's see. Old Christmas decorations in the box. Some trash. Old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old... Okay, why is there so many keys? I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. Probably the door upstairs with the old lock. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. Why do you store all your garbage in the basement, dude? Uh-oh. I had put up this divider wall last summer so that we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck. The drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. So, there's probably going to be... oops. Probably going to be some kind of weapon or something in that locked room upstairs. Was it this upstairs? Yeah. The grimy key I had found in the basement unlocked the door. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? Probably, yeah. There was an old crowbar on the floor. There we go. Obviously, I gotta take the crowbar. I gotta. I'm channeling my inner Gordon Freeman here. Anything else of importance here? Nope. Cool little picture of Seattle. Or maybe that's the water tower. I don't know. It's too low res. I guess go back downstairs and then into the basement and then break down that wall like a total badass. That stair animation just looks really weird. With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a hole large enough to step through. Rachel, you in here? As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down here? Was she okay? Don't look. Don't look at what? This music just sounds really... It sounds like DayZ. This music sounds like it's from DayZ. What is that? Illuminati? Don't look. There's like a grinding noise that's getting louder and louder as I go right. A filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful. It made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I'd come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? I have no idea what I'm looking at. Wrapped within the filthy rags pile, pale and still, was Rachel. She was covered in fading bruises and what looked like cuts. Her chest was a horrible mess of blood and dirt. I couldn't bear to look at it. The knife in my boot, the gun in my pocket. Were they tools of her murder? I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. When I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. Good morning. Okay. Is my wallet within its contents intact? Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? I guess. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? It means you're fucking crazy. This was the old photo of that other man and his wife. I assumed. I found it in the house. I recall those faded remains that I had found deep underneath the house. Well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow? Yeah, definitely. those tunnels, those odd tools in his house, the remains of his wife. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. Guess I'll go downstairs more, maybe? Is this outside? It was the letter I had taken from the post box. Rachel, were you really having an affair with Norman? But why? I didn't think things were that bad. In the letter, Rachel seemed concerned. She almost seemed worried of what Norman might do. Did he do that to Rachel? Yes. I was sure of it. She wanted to end their affair, and that bastard, he killed her for it. A lot of it made sense. Norman was clearly seeing Rachel a lot, so he had plenty of time to plan it out. He knew where we lived, obviously. Is that why Rachel looked so scared when I came home that day? What had happened to me? Did Norman knock me out or something? Why would he keep you alive if he did that, though? I still had no idea what was on the tape I found in the garbage. So... I guess that... Okay. So, do I go downstairs more? Yep. What's gonna be to the left? The mail still sat there, a heap on the floor. How long had Rachel been living in the basement? Probably a while. What's there to think about, dude? Your girl is dead, she cheated on you, and, Norman is a psychopath. Okay. No more dinners, no more chit-chat or breakfast, at least not for us. Well, obviously, she's dead. Okay. So what am I missing? I guess I didn't go to the right yet. My old office safe sat on the floor. I used a digital passcode lock. Yeah, sure. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. Maybe the code's somewhere? Like on the wall or something? Let's see. This is kind of frustrating. I hate having to like search for certain things throughout the environment. I didn't know what to think, I just wanted to put this whole mess behind me. Okay. Okay, didn't bother to replace it. Alright, where's this code for the safe? Guess I gotta find it somewhere, I don't know. I don't know, man. Did I go in here already? It's the bathroom. The reflection in that grimy glass is only a shadow, a whisper. I thought maybe it would be like drawn on the mirror. Like in blood, you know? Like they do that in some games, in some movies. They do that, I swear. I think I already went this way. The one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's. But if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? Yes, it must have been him. He must have been using the old locker room to store his body. The laptop had finally run out of power. Okay. So that's about as much as I have, I guess. I don't know. That's as much as I have until I can figure out that safe. Who killed them? I don't know. This is just back to the TV. There, that was decided. No matter what, I needed some kind of escape. Okay, well tell me the combination to the safe. Guess back downstairs? Or you went through here, this is the TV. So maybe I missed something with the tape thing? Because otherwise, I mean, that's all there is this safe. Is it written anywhere? I don't know, man. I don't know. What if it's just like when... Uh-oh. It seemed like maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. Okay, I guess I just had to go look around more. Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find, but I had to take one last look. Is she gonna be a zombie? Like, because that'd be really dumb. Rachel? If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place. Yeah? This is probably the gun. If I wanted to end it, I could do it. I could do it with that gun. Yeah, sure. Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back into that room again. I had clearly seen too much. Okay. So, like... Do I kill myself now? With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. But I had the gun again, and I had the knife. This wasn't the only way to end this, I knew. But did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? Yes. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped in some way to stay grounded. Kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. I had MRIs and piles of doctor's reports, but nothing seemed to help. Not even drinking. But I swear I had tried to give up. I know it. Sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I knew Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had been unearthed terrible truths. But I knew it was a final act of long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was a final cruelty. I wished I had remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with all of this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things I had seen to think otherwise. Now that I thought of it, those sewers were a terrible mystery. What happened there? I was lucky, and my way to even find my way out of there. But I never did find out what was on that tape I now kept. What might it have shown me? I had found the contents of my wallet scattered throughout town. Why the hell had I been out there? Had my sleepwalking gone to some new extreme? The thought that I couldn't account for it, my whereabouts, but knew I had been to that forest and even Norman's place, well, it was terrifying. I didn't know what that meant, but at least I had recovered my things. Hopefully, I thought that would cover my tracks, so I wouldn't be blamed for all of this. The tangled mess of that horrible forest was an experience I never want to repeat. It was clear, at last, that Norman had been going back to the old plant. Maybe he was the one who had boarded up that locker room, who had been drinking up there in that secret hiding place. So had he killed that guard then? He must have. Maybe he was found out, or the guard had caught him on patrol. Damn it, Norman. Why? After the factory, this is a lot of reading. After the factory, I thought I might find some solace if I could just get to Norman's store. But all I had found were more horrors and more questions. Now that I really considered it, that's when I should have seen it coming. Norman, you were dead, and it was damn hard to feel bad about that. It was clear you and Rachel were more than just friends, but obviously whatever had been going on had gone badly. So why did you kill her? Did she want out of whatever you two were getting into? Were you responsible for the other murders and of those other horrible things that had gone in that town? I would find no peace, that much was certain, but this way I didn't have to look you in the eye or sit through some kind of trial and wonder what was going through your head. When I had marched through the rain towards home, I desperately clung to the hope of that this would end. I guess in a way it did, but how could I have... Oops. I had started to feel as disoriented as when I sleepwalked. Think of it now. Coming through the back door and the kitchen should have tipped me off that something was horribly wrong. There's no sound of television, radio, even the air was still. But after seeing Rachel there, lying ruined and discarded in the basement, That was a horror I could never have imagined. The other man I had found was involved in all this somehow. I knew it. But it was Norman, that traitorous son of a bitch, who had done the deed. Whatever was going on, he was the one who took Rachel away from me. I hated him for it, even more than I could possibly express. But that offered no strength, no solace. Rachel was gone now, and I was too, forever. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from my head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. Okay. So that was interesting, I guess. Wasn't necessarily, I mean, it wasn't scary like I thought it was going to be. That cat scared me, I guess. That was cool, but I mean, it was a decent game. I suppose it had a pretty decent story. It told the narrative pretty well, but you know, I mean, I guess it is what it is. I guess there's more endings, but you know, I'm not gonna play through it again to get that ending. I don't feel like it needs to be played through again, I suppose, but yeah, so thanks for watching, and this has been Home, so the Home is dedicated to my wife Nancy. Watch her back, that's creepy. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and see you again soon.